Hey everybody, welcome to Cat and Beats. Now this video is a little bit out of the ordinary for me. I do not like talking shit about things online. However, on my Patreon, I am my uncensored self and I talk a lot of shit. And then I talk a lot of shit and back it up too, which is a lot of fun. So there they asked me, dude, why do you why do you hate OTT so much? And then I went on a rant comparing OTT to Two Girls in One Cup and giving a nice analogy to that too. Don't Google that if you don't know what that is. All right. Now, why I dislike OTT, I kind of want to put it on YouTube as well because I started Googling it just to be curious. And I saw all these, big YouTube people doing the same stuff as I do, but then they are obviously much more successful because they have like a hat that's backwards and foam on the wall and little bitch tits. So I thought to myself, when people like that say to producers, you should put a little bit of OTT on your master, I got triggered. Like, I was like, man, if I would meet you, I would probably do nothing, but I would tell you OTT sucks. So, let me show you why it sucks, and we're gonna do it in a scientific way. And that way is via a null test. Now, a null test, really simply put, that you have the original track here, and then you have a flipped version of it. So check it out. You press play, and then when both play back at the same time, you're not supposed to hear anything. So if I take this null tester off, basically your inputs are put like that, then you get blasted in the ear, so you put it on and it's flipped, okay? So the only thing you're going to be able to hear is the actual difference. All right. So now if we go to a reputable company, Ableton is reputable as well, but the multiband dynamics just doesn't really work. And you put in multiband dynamics and you make sure that no compression is happening per band, right? No compression is happening anywhere. Then when you null test it and you press play, you hear nothing. All right. The only difference that you would hear would be the difference that you put in. So if I put compression in, the difference you hear is the actual compression happening on that band. Same here. You change the takt times, ratios. You can completely hear what's going on. You get a little bit of distortion, you get a little bit of this, but you can hear what's going on, right? Now let's do the same thing with multiband dynamics. Because that's the source of the problem here. So same thing with multiband dynamics. No compression is going on right now. Nothing's going on. There's no downward compression or upward compression or the other way around going on whatsoever. The fuck is that? This is the difference. So I would be adding that in if I would not do anything with it. This is what it's supposed to sound like. And then that comes in. Well, that's really interesting. And then probably you're thinking to yourself, hey man, just use the dry wet amount, right? It doesn't do anything. It's flawed. God damn it. So then somebody over at Ableton thought, you know what would be funny? Let's make an over-the-top version of that. Let's just do something silly, right? Let's add that in. Let's see what happens. Might be funny. I think it's a fucking joke, and people just went with it. Do you hear the filtering at the top where it's like... Oh, what I need you to remember is, when you have layers and layers of OTT, or I saw a funny one the other day of 4-band OTTs. When you have that, from a sound design perspective, it's fine. If you want your super saw wave to sound like it has a 96 kilohertz MP3 flavor to it, like from back in the day of Napster, go ahead. Have fun, if you want that to happen. But if you put this on the master, my good God. And I'm saying it like this. They would say, put a little bit on the master, but now you know what it does. Check out a little bit, okay? You hear that? Okay, now let's forget the null test for a second. Let's just solo this again. Okay, that's what it's supposed to sound like. Let's go in here. We're gonna go on 0 and turn this off. my bass, everything gets wonky when you turn this on. And then let's turn this up. Now, unfortunately, I've shown you the difference, so you're unable to hear. I mean, it's you can't hear it as what it used to be. You now hear this that stuff going. So OTT is a funny over-the-top joke, which I would have found hilarious if I would have been a developer at Ableton, and this was a joke, and I would put it out because it's quite funny. But the problem is, it doesn't work because it's flawed from the get-go. Also, you can try this out at home. If you want, you can try it out so that you only have a solo band. You can set that up and you make like, a 50-20, whatever. And, get some compression in there. Let's see. No, this one. And let's make a 4-1. I don't know exactly if this 1-4 like this works, but check it out. The difference that you're supposed to hear, again, with just the compressor, right? So it's not doing anything. 4-1, what is it? 50, what did I do? 20? The difference that you're supposed to hear is... Oh, shit. Just the compression. So it's that bouncy type of sound, right? Let's put this on. I don't even know what that is. It's like this weird stuff happening at the top, and like the low end is weird. I mean, what is that? What is that? What you're supposed to have? To whatever that is. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed that little rant. It's a bit of a hateful one. Again, I'm not that type of guy. I don't like it, but please, for the love of God, use OTT for sound design. Don't put it on masters. Don't try to mix with it. Unless you're going for Napster type of, audio quality, then it's all good. I mean, I think Metallica would be super happy to have OTT in their Saint Anger mix. I think I've pissed off enough people right now. All right, much love, take care, and enjoy the hate.